Hello everyone, you're watching Purposeblack Media. I'm here, my love Kada, with the latest news edition. We will start off with the headline. Purposeblack Ethiopia announced that it is completing the work of agricultural cluster in Jiga City. Farmers in West Gojam, Jumat Kabele, stated that the work being done by Purposeblack Ethiopia should be commended. We will continue with the first news. Purposeblack Ethiopia announced that it is completing the work of the agricultural cluster in Jiga City. The Chief Technical Operation Officer of Purposeblack Ethiopia, Mr. Asnaqa Haile Mikael, visited the farm cluster work in West Gojam Zone, Jumat Kabele. During his visit, Mr. Asnaqa announced that the company is in the process of completing the cluster farming in West Gojam Zone, Jumat Kabele, which consists of more than 100 farmers and covers more than 140 hectares of land. Purposeblack Media has the story. Purposeblack Ethiopia announced that it is completing the work of agricultural cluster in Jiga City. The Chief Technical Operation Officer of Purposeblack Ethiopia, Mr. Asnaqa Haile Mikael, visited the farm cluster work in West Gojam Zone, Jumat Kabele. During his visit, Mr. Asnaqa announced that the company is in the process of completing the cluster farming in West Gojam Zone, Jumat Kabele, which consists of more than 100 farmers and cover more than 140 hectares of land. The Chief Technical Operation Officer of Purposeblack Ethiopia spoke to Purposeblack Media and stated that Purposeblack is completing the farm cluster covering more than 170 hectares of land in Jumat Kabele. We are located in Amhara region and have started a cluster in Kagabera Integrated Extension Program. It will be 1 week since the work started. The farm work is being completed. To be honest, it is the happiest day since the last one. And this is also like the firstborn of Purposeblack Ethiopia because this work is equal to the Sidama region and we are very happy that it has started. Mr. Asnaqa said that the company was able to complete the farming work to this level in short period of time because it was able to use modern farm tractor by working together with associations in the area. As we have seen, there are 6 tractors deployed in this place. There is one union, and these are the tractors that we rented from them. As you can see, it's very good, and they're capable, and the farm is large, so we started here. He said that the area is suitable for corn production, and since they are working together with Amhara Best Seed, Purposeblack Ethiopia will start sowing seed starting from next week. Corn is sown, and there are various best seeds of corn. We have thought about this, and we have held a discussion with Amhara Best Seed in the region, and we will make the required effort and start sowing seed next week. Mr. Asnaqa, who recalled at the start of farm cluster work in Sidama region last week, said that as soon as the company came out with the plan to organize 10,000 hectares and put it into action, the work of increasing productivity by organizing clusters will continue in all regions and areas of the country, including Oromia region. In Amhara region, it's the first cluster. We will enter Oromia region soon, and based on that, we plan to establish 10,000 clusters. As you can see, farmers are interested, and we will start with all regions. We encourage the whole country to enter this system. Mr. Asnaqa explained that since the implementation of farm cluster work started by Purposeblack Ethiopia was new, there was a certain lack of awareness among the farmers. Mr. Asnaqa stated that the company has solved the problem through close discussion with farmers. In the beginning, there were farmers who did not want to be the owner of the company, but now, when they see everything in action, they apply to join the cluster, and they reached 130, and it is 175 hectares of land owned by them. Finally, Mr. Asnaqa, who mentioned that it is a large business sector that requires a lot of investment, explained that Purposeblack Ethiopia is working with banks and various financial institutions that have the capacity and interest to overcome the problem and achieve the plan it wants to achieve in the field of agriculture. As you can see, it is not easy. Today, 1 hectare of land needs investment in millions, and Purposeblack can't do this alone. Therefore, we are working with different banks, insurance companies, and microfinance companies that can finance this cluster. And banks have a good intention, and there is potential, and we can bring change when we work together.
ካሉት ላቀርቡ ከሚችሉ ከመንግስት አካላት ጋር በመነጋገር እንፈታለን።
It is known that Purposeblack Ethiopia has organized 43 clusters across Ethiopia under Kagabere Integrated Extension Program. Farmers in West Gojam Jumat Kabele stated that the work being done by Purposeblack Ethiopia should be commended. Farmers who spoke to Purposeblack Media stated that it has been 6 months since Purposeblack Ethiopia came to their area and said that they have seen a different change in their farmland since the company moved to the area. Purposeblack Media has the detail. It is known that Purposeblack Ethiopia, which is working with a great goal of contributing positively to the economic development of the country by increasing the productivity of farmers through Kagabere Integrated Extension Program, is organizing in a cluster of 100 of farmers all over the country to carry out effective farming works. Following this, Purposeblack Media went to Jimmat Kabele to talk to farmers who are working together with the company in the Western Gorjam zone of the Amhara region. The media was able to observe that the cluster farming is being carried out efficiently. In addition to this, Purposeblack Media spoke to farmers who went to the place, and they said that the work of Purposeblack Ethiopia, which is being done by organizing farmers in clusters so that the community can farm with tractors in a modern way, should be commended. As you know, our work has been lagging behind and we're having a lot of trouble. We do not do technology supported work, and I would like to thank Purposeblack Ethiopia on behalf of our Kabele for coming to update our work. On the other hand, the farmers we talked to when they came to join by accepting the idea brought by Purposeblack Ethiopia said that they didn't join earlier because they wanted to see if the company would do an effective work, and they decided to work together as it proves that the company has started to fulfill its promises from the beginning. I didn't join because I wanted to see the status of the organization, but I joined now that I see it in action, and it's very interesting. Finally, the farmer expressed his gratitude to Mrs. Mulukan Abebe, the coordinator of West Gojam Zone Jumat Kabele, who had tirelessly explained to the farmers about Purposeblack Ethiopia. He also expressed his gratitude to local religious leaders and residents. It was a bit difficult at first. I want to thank Ms. Mulukan on this occasion. She is a very strong worker. The religious leaders also made a great effort for this organization to enter into this region and work. It is stated that the work being done by Purposeblack Ethiopia in Jumat Kabele deserves to be mentioned as an example. Mrs. Mulukan Abebe, the coordinator of Purposeblack Ethiopia in Western Gojam Zone, stated that Purposeblack work in organizing farmers in West Gojam Zone of Jumat Kabele in Amhara region should be taken as a great experience to other areas. Purposeblack Media has the story. Mrs. Mulukan Abebe, who is engaged in the profession of organizing farmers in West Gojam Zone, said that the agricultural work that Purposeblack Ethiopia is doing in organizing the farmers in Jiga City, Jimmat Kabele, West Gojam Zone, Amhara region should be cited as a great model for farming cluster activities carried out in other parts of the country. The expert said this because the company was able to remove the area from the traditional farming method that was used in the past and put it into modern farming in a short period of time. It is a place where there are a very good community that accept people and who are motivated for development. They all farm in a traditional way and they don't know much about modern farms and clusters. I am the one who organized them this year through the project what Purposeblack ETH has brought. According to the expert, the residents of Jumat Kabele have been used to working together by demolishing mounds on the farmland since Purposeblack Ethiopia came to the area. In the system before Purposeblack, they farmed on the border, and the border is not demolished. They farm in a traditional way, but since Purposeblack ETH came, the communication system has gotten better, and the communities has gotten used to working together. Mrs. Mulukan stated that the coming of Purposeblack Ethiopia as an organization that is working to bring the residents of Jumat Kabele to a modern settlement method is a new discovery for Jumat Kabele, which can easily develop if it is worked hard.
Purposeblack Ethiopia ማለት አዲስ ግኝት ብዬ ነው የሚይዘው. I
personally consider Purposeblack Ethiopia as a new discovery because it is an organization that has modernized the society. If there is a Kabele where Purposeblack ETH is able to develop and work in this area, it is Jumat Kabele. This project of Purposeblack Ethiopia is very good.
Purposeblack project in Ethiopia በጣም ጥሩ ነው በጣም ከምንም በላይ ማለት ነው.
Mrs. Molukan, who stated that Purposeblack's plan is broad and large, asked residents who have seen the company's successful activities in Jimmat Kabale and who have not yet been able to own the company to confirm their ownership by purchasing shares. I have conveyed my message to all farmers living in this Kabale to become shareholders of Purposeblack Ethiopia. Purposeblack Ethiopia launched 2 new projects under Agro Innovation Center. Purposeblack Ethiopia Agro Innovation Department designed and launched 2 new projects named Capacity Building and Research and Studies. The project was launched on May 4, 2023 at Purposeblack Ethiopia Head Office Main Meeting Hall in the presence of Dr. Fissa Ashatu, CEO of Purposeblack ETH, Mrs. Mulatu Awelde, Director of Agro Innovation Center, Professor Fukre Tolosa, and other senior officials of the company, as well as other invited guests. Purposeblack Media has the detail. Purposeblack Ethiopia is a company that is working on agriculture to change the life of farmers in Ethiopia, and the company has multiple projects and department that is working hard in order to achieve the company goal. One of the department of Purposeblack Ethiopia is Agro Innovation Center, and its shared vision is harvest 365 days. The idea of 365 days is to harvest, produce, and distribute throughout the year. Based on this vision, Agro Innovation Department designed and launched 2 projects, Capacity Building and Research and Studies. The project was launched on May 4, 2023 at Purposeblack Ethiopia Head Office in the presence of Dr. Fissa Ashatu, CEO of Purposeblack ETH, Mrs. Mulatu Awelde, Director of Agro Innovative Center, Professor Fukre Tolosa, and other senior officials of the company, as well as other invited guests. Mrs. Mulatu Awelde, who gave a welcoming speech at the event, explained about the program, stated that permanent forum will be held every 2 or 3 months to discuss knowledge transfer and exchange experience with various scientists who have done research and has experience.
ዛሬው ፕሮግራማችን እንግዲህ በዋናነት የፐርፐዝ ብላክ
In today's program, mainly 2 projects will be launched, and the other thing is that a permanent forum where we meet every 2 months or every 3 months to discuss knowledge transfer and exchange of experience. It will be a permanent forum where various scientists who have done research and successfully conducted and model farmers can discuss and share experience. And this is the first forum. Congratulations.
ይሄኛው የመጀመሪያ መድረክ ነው። እንኳን ደስ ያለን።
Since Purposeblack Ethiopia mainly works in agriculture and agro-processing, she said that the 2 launched projects are technology and knowledge-based that can streamline services to modernize agriculture.
ፐርፐዝብላክ ኢትዮጵያ በዋናነት በግብርናውና
Purposeblack mainly works in agriculture and agro-processing, and these 2 issues are technology, knowledge-based, modernize and streamlining our services to modernize agriculture.
የማቀላጠፍ ሂደት የሚያከናውኑ ናቸው።
Dr. Fissa Ashatu, CEO of Purposeblack ETH, said that the Agro Innovation Center was established to encourage innovation in agriculture, especially indigenous innovations.
ከጅምባሮ የአግሪ ኢኖቬሽን ሴንተር ምንድነው ከተባለ ከስሙ ራሱ መረዳት ይችላል።
The Agro Innovation Center, as the name suggests, is to encourage innovation in agriculture, especially indigenous innovation. It is a movement to increase productivity by using indigenous creativities. In this process, there are young people, especially experts, and Ethiopians who have potential knowledge, and they do not get much support. Therefore, we started Purposeblack from the beginning with the principle of let's work together, and it's an institution established to modernize the agriculture using indigenous knowledge and creativity by putting together those who have knowledge with their knowledge, money with their money, and creativity.
አግሪካልቸር ወይም ደግሞ ግብርናውን ለማዘመን የሚተቋቋመ ተቋም ነው።
At the event, Dr. Fissa Ashatu also presented the benefits of the project. He stated that Black communities all over the world, Ethiopian farmers, shareholders, Purposeblack Ethiopia staffs will be the beneficiaries. In addition, he stated the project's main budget sources will be Purposeblack Ethiopia, UN agencies, local donors, federal and regional governments. He expressed his gratitude to Mrs. Mulatwa for bringing the idea and promoting Harvest 365 days. It is stated that under the project capacity building, activities like mainstreaming agri-technology and natural organic inputs, vision impartation program will be done, and under research and studies, basic researches, descriptive research, survey research, qualitative research, and text analysis will be among the activities. At the launching event, invited guests including Professor Fikri Tolosa shared their knowledge and experiences to the participants, and the program was concluded with Dr. Fissa Ishatu, CEO of Purposeblack Ethiopia, giving a certificate of appreciation to Mrs. Mulatu Awolde, Director of Agro Innovation Center. With this regard, Mrs. Mulatu Awolde, Director of Purposeblack Ethiopia Agro Innovation, explained about the project announced on that day, and she stated that to modernize the agricultural sector and to increase productivity, capacity building should be done on a large scale, and the Ethiopian agricultural system should be studied and researched by experts.
በዛሬ ዕለትም ላውንች የተደረገው አንደኛው
One of the projects launched today is capacity building, and the other is research and study. If we use different inputs and technologies, if human capacity is not built, and if it's not done to bring about a change in thinking and attitude, and if it's not supported by knowledge, the intended harvest 365 days will not be done, and that's why we designed this project. The second is to modernize the farmer's life and to raise the living standards and to modernize the distribution process supported by studies and research. This research and studies project was created.
ሴንተር ሁለት ፕሮጀክቶች ተፈጠሩ።
The director also explained the purpose of the establishment of the Agri-Innovation Department. In this, she said that they will focus mainly on modernizing the farm, and they will work on it as the vision of the department that is possible to produce 365 days when the farm is modernized.
አግሮ ኢኖቬሽን ዳይሬክቶሬት እንግዲህ ሲመሰረት በዋናነት
The Agro-Innovation Directorate was established. It was mainly to update the farm. When the farm is updated, technology comes, and it's a department established with the aim of updating all our farm projects by using or including other resources. When we modernize agriculture, if we support it with technology and build its capacity, why not produce 365 days? Harvest 365 days become the vision of the working unit with a big idea that we can produce, harvest, and distribute 365 days if it's built with the capacity of properly using the inputs.
የስራ ክፍሉ ራዕይ ሆነ።
Mrs. Mulatu explained that the projects announced on the day have started, and the activities to be carried out in the future in the capacity building project platforms will be prepared by experts working in the field of science and research to share their experiences. Besides that, she said that various publications will be prepared to share knowledge about agriculture, and a large institute will be prepared for research and studies.
የአቅም ግንባታው ይኸው ዛሬ ተጀምሯል። በአቅም ግንባታ ዘርፍ
The capacity building has started today. As seen in the capacity building program, there are many sectors, and there are role models who have experience in transferring knowledge. Those who are good in the field of science and technology will share their experience. It is a permanent program. Another in the field of capacity building is Harvest 365. We will have a high standard, internationally accessible newsletter. Purposeblack plans to prepare an annual newsletter called Harvest 365, which will indicate what it is doing, what it plans to do, and what it will do in the future. And other booklets will be prepared once or twice a year as needed. A large center will be established for the study and research, and have already started the research.
ያንን ጥንካሬ ያን ድክመት ለማረም ምን መስራት አለበት የሚል ጥናትና ምርምር ጀምሬያለሁኝ። በራሴም ያው ሰራተኛ ሴንተር ነው የሚሆነው። እንደዚህ ቢሮ ውስጥ ቁጭ ብለሽ የምትሰሪው አይደለም። ሰፊ ሴንተር ይቋቋምለታል።
Finally, she thanked the Chief Executive Officer of Purposeblack Ethiopia, Dr. Fissa Ishatu, senior officials of the company, and all employees for their contribution to the success of the project. Thank you for staying with us. Till next week news, I'm Hermie Lefkad.